Hello students, my name is Kunduz. I'm glad to introduce you today's lesson. The theme is developing intercultural communication through project-based learning, and the second topic is critical intercultural incidents. Before critical intercultural incidents, I would like to introduce you developing ICC through project-based learning. Why they are connected? Because while doing project-based learning, students collaborate, grouping and regrouping while doing projects, and in this case, they are develop intercultural communication competences. In today's lesson, you will introduce it with the definition of intercultural communication, with the definition of project-based learning, and I will explain the purpose and objectives, and I'll give you some activities related to intercultural communication and conclusion. What is intercultural communication? Intercultural communication defines as a discipline that studies communication across different cultures and social groups, or how culture affects communication. It describes the wide range of communication processes and the problems that naturally appear within an organization or social context made up of individuals from different religious, social, ethnic, and educational backgrounds. In this sense, it seeks to understand how people from different countries and cultures act, communicate, and perceive the world around them. Objectives. After completing these intercultural activities, you are able to apply effective intercultural communication skills in culturally different sites, analyze cultures different from their own through service learning, build critical empathy, relational and reflexivity skills by communicating with people who are culturally different. So, ICC consists of several competences and types. There are 5 competences. They are linguistic competence, socio-cultural competence, strategic competence, speech and discourse competence. And ICC consists of several types, as culture and behavior, stereotypes, prejudices, culture shock, communication, verbal and non-verbal communication. Learning ICC through PBL. As I have said, that ICC is connected with PBL. Competence in intercultural communication has become a necessity for functioning effectively in our increasingly globalized and multicultural society. Use of a group project to enhance students' learning of intercultural communication. The aim of the course is to encourage students to develop knowledge of intercultural communication by orienting themselves to the world beyond the classroom and by learning from each other's experiences and perspectives. In a group project assignment, students use the knowledge and the skills gained in class to resolve practical problems that they encouraged in intercultural interactions outside the classroom. Also, this approach focuses on working in groups and links between this experience and the performance on the group project. Our study confirms previous research that demonstrates active engagement in group work can enhance learning outcomes. It also goes further in showing that groups that more highly rated their learning of intercultural communication through the group work experience obtained higher grades on the project. What is a project-based learning? Project-based learning is a student-centered pedagogy that involves a dynamic classroom approach in which it is believed that students acquire a deeper knowledge through active exploration of real-world changes and problems. Students learn about the subject by working for an extended period of time to investigate and respond to a complex question, challenge, or problem. It's a style of active learning and inquiry-based learning. PBL contrasts with the paper-based, rote memorization, or teacher-led instruction that presents established facts or portrays a smooth path to knowledge by instead posing questions, problems, or scenarios. Project-based learning was created by John Dewey in 1897, and he called this approach as learning by doing. The purpose of PBL. Project-based learning is an instructional approach designed to give students the opportunity to develop knowledge and skills through engaging projects set around challenges and problems they may face in the real world. PBL activities. Of course, PBL activities are doing in groups, in pairs, or in mingling. And tasks may be design an app, plan a garden, rethink democracy, analyze viral web content, start a business, design a city, restore something beautiful, create a family tree, solve fake news problem, and etc. And ICC activities. Also, they are developed by grouping or regrouping with the help of peer assessment, peer feedback, and so on. The activities are the culture onion, cross-cultural checklist, what is wrong with stereotypes, observing body language, recognizing culture shock, using your radar, values at work. And I offer you one exercise related to intercultural communication. It calls observing body language. The objectives of exercise to develop learners' ability to attend to the body language of others and to enable learners to speculate on the meaning of some important elements on non-verbal communication. So, here 10 countries, and the theme is while an almost automatic response for some people, touch is very important to consider when with people from other cultures. In the British culture, for example, they are more conservative with their tactile gestures. In the US, Americans are more open to handshakes and hugs. Yeah. Now your task is to divide into two columns these 10 countries who are welcomed, hugs and touches, and who are not welcomed. So let's see answer. Probably you have divided them into two groups, such countries as Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Portugal, Scandinavia. They are not welcomed hugs and touches. They consider it rude to touch. And the next countries such as Turkey, France, Italy, Greek, Spain, and of course Kazakhstan and post-Soviet republics are welcomed. It's okay for these countries to touch, to shake hands, and to hug each other. The next, it is related to finger signs. It's not a task, but I would like to give you some information. Did you know that what is the meaning of joining the thumb and index finger to form a ring? It's in Kazakhstan, in the USA, and as I have said, in post-Soviet republics, it's okay. But in France and Germany, this means zero, nothing. In Japan, it means money. And in some Mediterranean countries, this gesture is an obscenity. So, in conclusion, the intercultural communication carries on the classical methods of communication and pays more attention on the practice. As a branch of communication, it is necessary result of diversity and comprehensiveness. As the interaction of the global villages grow and the trends of globalization in economics, information, and multiculturalism rise, intercultural communication has an optimistic perspective of future development. Thank you for attention.